Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the book that I just finished yesterday. The Age of Reason by Lewis L. Snyder, originally published in 1955. It covers the time period between 1650 and 1800, which is how Mr. Snyder is defining the Age of Enlightenment. And that's a pretty good encompassing zone. Some people tighten it up and start at like 1700, but I think 1650 is a good target number. I realized as I started to read this book that the Enlightenment is pretty much a gap in my data. I've read classical books, and I've read a lot of books from the 19th to 20th century, but I hadn't read a lot of stuff from that time period. And this book was an excellent overview of that time period. The first half of the book is a chapter-by-chapter overview of specific topics. So like one chapter might be art and music, and then within that, the chapter would cover important people and important movements starting in 1650 and moving up through 1800, and each passage is only maybe a paragraph or 2 paragraphs long with important names, dates, and terms. So it's just shy of being longer than bullet points. So it's really concise. It really gets right to the matter. It's a very tightly focused kind of presentation, which I really appreciate. I think that this is an excellent resource for me because it means that if I need to go look up a specific topic, I can quickly look up who is someone I need to research more of at a later date, or because I buy a lot of my books used, if I stumble upon something, I can go, okay, I've heard of this guy, I want to pick this up. But I'm going, a lot of this stuff's going to be public domain, so I might get lucky and find quite a bit on Project Gutenberg or something like that if I want to read it online. The second half of the book are actual excerpts from famous texts from that time period. Bacon, Voltaire, Rousseau, some of the really big names. And some of the ones I didn't like, there was one that was Berkeley, I think his name was. He had some interesting things to say. There was one line in here that I really liked, and the person that owned the book before me really liked it because there are, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, there are notations. They underline different things, and I love buying books that have notations in it because it really shows a connection to another person. There are words in here written in the sidebars, and you underline different things, and I always really enjoy that. But the line is, no individual can retain any rights that are not possessed equally by all other individuals without the contract thereby being violated. And this particular passage is discussing the concept of the social contract. And I think that is a wonderful statement, and it is something that every American should hold dear to their heart, and it saddens me that they don't. But if you were looking for a good overview, I have no idea if this book is still available. It is out of print by quite a few years, but it's a good read. It was enjoyable, and the first half of the book at least was very easy. Second half was a little more difficult because you're reading very old styles of language, and because it's from 1955, it had a wonderful smell. I love the smell of an old book. It's so cool. So if you're looking for an overview of the Enlightenment, I recommend this one.